Hello everyone, this is Mirlin and this will be my fifth vlog. I have not done one in a couple of days. It takes a very long time to upload them because my upload speed is so incredibly slow. My download speed isn't that fast either. But for some reason things have gotten a little bit better as far as the speed. I'm able to use my Fire Stick and connect devices, whereas a few days ago I wasn't able to. Up until a few days ago I wasn't able to. So you see here I've got my TV on with YouTube, which is great. I actually watched a series on Netflix the other day. And I also have my computer up and running. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, and I'm sorry if I've got some shadows there. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that have been going on with the recent idols who have passed away. Sully was last month, and then this month. Oh, and if you don't know, Sully was a member of the K-pop group FX, which had disbanded, and just yesterday we lost Guhara, and it was really sad. She was part of the group Kara, and it's really something that hits the K-pop community pretty hard, and a lot of people get depressed and a lot of people get angry because we feel like there's a community out there of haters and cyberbulliers that cause these problems. We don't know what happened with Guhara yet. Sully was bullied online, and we felt like she just couldn't take it anymore. So far with Guhara, they have not been able to determine the cause. They don't think there's any foul play suspected. More and more is going to be coming out about that as time goes on, so we'll hear more about that, I'm sure. So and in my community online, which is a international news and discussion group for K-pop, we're all affected by it, very much so, and we don't like to sometimes reflect on ourselves. I'll be the first to admit. I mean, there's a lot of people that have problems with depression. I certainly have had my bouts with lifelong depression. And when I say bouts, I don't mean like it's a one-time thing. It's not. It's a mental health disease. It really is, and it's something that, for me, it comes and goes with. I call them flares. I call them depression flares. Just like if you were to have a flare-up of arthritis or fibromyalgia, for me, I'm up and down, and sometimes it depends on my circumstances, and other times it doesn't. I can get depressed for no reason whatsoever. And I know what it's like not to have someone there for support, and but I have my reasons for survival. One being my grandson and one being my fiance. And I know there's a lot of people who love and care about me, even though I may feel alone. I may feel like I'm by myself, but I know in reality I'm not. I go through a lot of struggles alone. And everybody does. Everybody does. And we have to remember that if we want to be a positive influence in other people's lives, we have to take these situations that we find ourselves in, depression, PTSD, whatever, bipolar, whatever our problems are, we have to turn those things into positive situations that can help other people. And especially in the K-pop community, we want to learn not only to support our idols, but we want to learn to support each other. Because with the bad news of having our idols. And when I say idols, I don't mean like religious idols. I mean entertainment idols. You've heard of American Idol. Well, in K-pop we have our idols as well, and we want to be able to give our idols encouragement and support and let them know that we care about them, but also we want to remember that we have to care about each other. So we have all these things going on where we get depressed because we hear bad news about one of our idols. One of our idols has passed away or sadly committed suicide or something like that, and that makes us depressed to hear about that, and we get angry because of something like cyberbullying or the fact that the K-pop industry has been blind to these situations and hasn't been supportive of the artist enough to provide support. We get very angry about that, and then on top of that, we have our own daily problems and our own daily situations that make us depressed, and that can send us into a funk, cause us to have a flare. And even if we don't suffer from any type of mental health disease or disorder, we're all human beings, and we all can be affected by these things. So we have to learn to be supportive of each other and to seek each other out and check on each other and make sure that we're okay. And that's very important. And if we don't do that, then you're going to have more and more situations where people are just forgotten about. And then when they're gone, it's too late. It really is. It's too late when they're gone. So listen to me on this. We've often talked about how, in the K-pop community, how our idols could be better supported by the agencies. But I've just been brainstorming ideas about how we can help by putting some ideas out there. So, I did a lot of activities in student government. I am sorry about the shadows on this thing. I didn't set up my lighting right. It's not like I've got $1 million studio here. This is just my bedroom. But when I was in student government in college, we had groups, and we had retreats where we would go bonding with each other, and we would do things. We'd have workshops and things like this. And I think the K-pop industry, and that's what it is, it's an industry, they should invest heavily on some of these retreats, some of these outings, workshops. Get their artists together. Focus on mental health and depression and bonding, and ways that artists can reach out to each other, ways that groups can reach out to other groups. Not only within an agency, which that would be the first step if an agency would do it within itself with its artists, but also get a couple agencies together. Some of these artists, they're friends with each other regardless of what agency they're with. So, let's get them together. Let's have some groups where they can learn about, what to do when they're depressed, how to handle hateful comments online. And when we say hateful comments online, we don't mean one or two. We mean thousands, because there are people that are just haters. They might like one group, and because they feel like they're threatened somehow by other groups or other members of other groups, they get hateful, and they get really, really mean. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. And they bully the artists. And sometimes it feels like these artists don't have a way to get out of that. They don't have anywhere to turn. They don't have anywhere to look. What about workshops where they can get together and do projects together? Like one workshop, get together and do cooking. They love to do cooking in Asia. They love that. And eating, okay? So that would be a fun workshop or two. And then you could get a workshop dealing with depression. Dealing with hateful comments, mix it up, how to look and feel your best, things like that. Now, I'm no psychiatry major. I majored in history, but I will tell you that I absolutely believe in psychiatry, and I believe that therapy is a great and wonderful thing. I've had it myself. It does a great deal of relieving stress just to be able to talk to somebody. And talking to somebody that doesn't know you and that won't judge you is a great thing. So making counseling available to these K-pop stars, a counselor per group, you know, or at least a counseling office they could go to. Regular sessions to try to find out how these K-pop idols are feeling would be a really great and wonderful thing. So let's start talking about how we can put those ideas out there. You know, we the fans, pardon me, we the fans, putting these ideas out there so that these agencies can get some ideas. Having like the burps, sorry. But you know, one of the things that I've heard is, oh, they're working on that. They're actually trying to do something about that. And they're not gonna, you know, listen to fans. They're not gonna like take our word for it or anything. Well, I don't accept that. I just don't any of that. I just feel like we need to continually push to get these agencies to do stuff, and we want it to be transparent. We want to know these, you know, we are their source of revenue. We are, and these idols we care about. We don't know them inside and out like we're their personal family or friends, but we care about them, and we get to know them on a level where if something is happening with them, we want to help. You know, we want it to be a healthy relationship. We don't want people to, you know, we use the whole standing concept, you know, but we don't mean it in a literal sense. You know, we are strong fans, but we don't stalk. You know, hopefully not. But we want to be there. We want to let them know we're here, and we want to be able to do more than just say, hey, we care, or thoughts and prayers. We really want to be able to go, hey, we've got some ideas. Let's put these ideas forth. Let's write SM Entertainment, YG Entertainment, Big Hit, Cube, D Nation, P Nation, all of them. I know I didn't name them all, but it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying. Just let's get the word out there. Counseling, therapy, retreats, workshops, whatever it takes to help these idols have good mental health, positive self-image, you know, and just a great life in general. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say for now. It's 13 minutes and running, and it takes a while to upload these things, so I'll talk to you later. If you have any thoughts, please drop them down there for me. So love you, peace, and don't stop the K-pop.